Welcome to July 2020 Energy Trends. I'm Danielle Rama Hoffman of DivineTransmissions.com. This is Toth with an expanded intergalactic council flight, including Isis and the Hathors, Infinite Oneness, Sanat Kumara, Archangel Michael, and many beings of light and love moving more into the forefront of this divine transmission. We are delighted to be continuing our energy trends conversation in the month of July. As we are beginning this transmission, we would place it in a specific context, which is that this is a 4-year, and 4 is many things, and it is also very much connected to love, divine love, deepening into all facets of love. So we've been speaking about love, and that in the month of July, one of the most loving things and ways of being that you can add to your consciousness from our perspective is the presence of love. And that this presence of love is very much a dynamic play with the now moment. That as you are in this presence of love, and you are in what we are calling a dynamic play with each and every now moment, from the awareness that all that there is exists in each and every now moment. So there's always more that can be garnered or experienced from a now moment. So in the larger context, for we contribute and partner with those of you who are on a deep spiritual evolution of higher consciousness, as well as conscious leaders and healers, coaches, channels, mentors, that are also choosing to lead from a new paradigm, lead from new ways of being. And so this conscious leadership is also an invitation that whatever it is that you're choosing to create and to become and to contribute, it is accelerated in many dimensions by being in dynamic play with the now moment. And in order to be in dynamic play with the now moment, there requires a certain level of consolidation of your energy, focus of your energy, and almost a sense of going deeper into your body, into the space that you occupy, going deeper into what you're engaged in, scratching underneath the surface, so that as you go deeper, you're expanding. So just like a tree has roots that go down, the roots also expand out. So that love energy is also the horizontal plane and the expansion out. So as you go deeper into, from a place of presence, any now moment, then there's so much more that becomes available to you. So many more resources that are already there as we're tuning into one of the original Akashic Records forest records, which is all that there is exists in each and every now moment. So as everything is already there, what are the keys to unlock it? What are the keys to access it? And then we'll give some examples. So the first key is to really be present in the now moment. So what that doesn't look like is that you're thinking about a bunch of things or you're projecting into what's coming next. There's a real being in the present moment. And another key to this is a sort of playfulness. As it's July, and for those in the Western Hemisphere, it's summer, there is this energy of play, whether it's winter or summer, if you're in Australia or wherever. There's this energy of play that has a willingness to be present, to be awake, to be aware, to be curious, to be exploring, to not, because sometimes you can clarify what it is by identifying what it's not, to not show up in a moment from a place of roteness, like you've done it so many times, to not show up in a moment with the sense of, oh, I've already lived this and I know what it's going to be. So dynamic play in the now moment is really being present, being able to go deeper, and then accessing all the resources that are available. So what are some examples of this? So let's say, as we work with spiritual entrepreneurs, you have a business and you are with your client, your beloved, perfect match client, and you are contributing to them your divine genius. And by being really in this energy of play with the client, a dynamic play, like dancing almost, there's a capacity to call forth more of what your client has within them in order to be creating an even faster or deeper or long-lasting transformation. This is also what we speak of following the energy. So you're following the energy. You're following the energy. So another example is also that there is a relaxed state in this. It does require some state of relaxation, some state of receptivity or allowance. And then the key, another key to this is also to be aware, to be noticing, to be in a state of allowing, so that when you are noticing something, you can go in that direction. And it may be very subtle, yet you're always noticing something in each and every now moment. So the way that this shows up for you may be very unique. It will be very unique to you. So we'll share some examples of how it's showing up for Danielle, of this going deeper, being more focused. There's almost this desire to rather than adding in more things, and we know also with all that's unfolding on the global level, that there has been this consolidation of energy with being more homebound and having less many different things. There's already been this pruning of that which isn't essential, or that may be essential yet that isn't right now. And then from that, there may be an awareness of, oh, okay, maybe I'm at home and I have my partner, my children, my cats, my whatever it is. And there's more in those relationships that can be accessed. So one of the ways that it's showing up for Danielle as well is being an even deeper steward to whatever is present in her life. So this means going even deeper with the bodies of work that have come forward. This looks like organizing closets. This looks like an awareness of almost harvesting that which already is there. And by harvesting, and it's not always harvesting, yet we'll use this word harvesting, what's already there, there's also more growth from it. So in some ways it looks like pruning the roses so that the next round of roses can come. So we'd invite you to take a few moments to also listen. What is it that you're really being called to do? And this doing may be slowing down, it may be speeding up, yet to also really recognize that whatever that calling is, even if it may seem unrelated to whatever project you're outwardly moving forward or creating in your life and your business, that it is a key to unlocking more that's there. So being in dynamic play also requires that you do let go of some of the definitions or overlays or projections or separations that you may have on a day or on a moment or in any given activity, so that there's a fluidity there as well. And to follow those impulses. So it may not make sense from if you are scribing a book, or if you are creating a program, or if you are getting even more deeply clear about what your divine geniuses are and sharing your contribution or whatever your projects are. It may not make sense that all of a sudden you're drawn to really be focused on something that seems unrelated. And again, we'll use this example of cleaning closet. Or it may be that if you've been in business for a while, you may find yourself revisiting the books that you've already written or the programs that have already come in. There's like a desire to go deeper, that then is also setting the foundation for what is moving into the forefront in this now moment to come, that is even more and more and more and more and more and more and more expansive. So we're inviting you to be in this spaciousness of really deepening into your internal rhythm. And not only the internal rhythm that you have, yet also how that internal rhythm is dynamically connected to all that is in your now moment. Because if it's in your now moment, preferred or unpreferred, if it's in your now moment, there's more that can be garnered from it. There's more depth that can be garnered from it. So as we're completing, we would invite you to really tune into this now moment and being in dynamic play with this now moment. And just noticing that there's a sense of going into a deeper connection state. And this deeper connection state then positions you to be in greater flow, in a dynamic way, in a dynamic way. And as always, we are extending our acknowledgement to your contribution to the evolution in consciousness. All is light and love, and we are all.